Alright everybody, what's going on? How you all doing? First of all, before we get going on anything, I can't really tell for sure, but you may see a new bookshelf here. The plan is to get a couple more of those to make this look a little bit better, because this thing just looks old and shitty, and we're going to be getting rid of that here soon, but I got some new bookshelves coming in to make this little backdrop look a little bit better, and the lighting is going to be getting a little better, hopefully here soon. I got a light up there that is just too high for me to reach even with the stool, so I'll be getting to that and getting that light bulb replaced here soon, hopefully getting the lighting a lot better than what it is now. But as for the 7 deadly sins this week, I really like this chapter because it showed that we're pretty much getting into the beginning of everyone else's training, other than Meliodas and his trial. We're getting to see everyone else going into their training, and they are going into this cave of training, or whatever you want to call it. And it's pretty interesting because they pretty much have to take the bare minimum with them into this cave. And it seems like, for the most part, everyone is going to be getting their own specialized or just individual training. Because this cave obviously has some sort of magical... I don't know, magical characteristics to it, to where everyone seems to be split off now, and everyone's going to be getting their own specific sort of training, except for a few instances, like mainly in this chapter, how we saw Gilthunder and Howzer together in the situation, and we already got a little bit of backstory to why they were originally outside of the cave, all like burnt up and fucked up. Because they've already tried it. They've already been there training at this point. So we know that they've done it at least once already. I believe they even mentioned it was their second time going through this. But we get to see, what was really interesting is we got to see Gilthunder and Howzer fighting this giant clay dragon thing or something like that. And it was pretty cool. The coolest part of this chapter, I think, was getting a little bit of backstory with the flashback. We get to see Meliodas training Gilthunder, and then we saw Howzer training on his own. And then it's funny, Meliodas is telling Gilthunder to be more like Howzer, and then Dreyfus is telling Howzer to be more like Gilthunder, and it's just pretty funny. It was a nice little flashback moment, and honestly, it's probably my favorite part of the chapter. We get to see them as kids, how they were training, and you get to see how they were trained, and then you see in this moment in this cave that they have to overcome their bounds, and they have to not only rely on their friendships in battle, but they also have to rely on battle styles that they're not particularly useful, because every opponent is going to be different. So you can't always just fight how you're comfortable. Sometimes you have to do things you're not comfortable with, and I really like that. It just makes so much sense. That's what I really like about it. But that's honestly pretty much all I have to say about this chapter. I have to give this chapter, honestly, about a 7 out of 10. I really like the flashback. I really like how these characters are overcoming their issues, and I really like how all the characters are tied together. They, knew each other when they were kids, and they grew up together, and now they're holy knights as adults. There's so much story, all the characters are entwined, and it's nice to see that they're not completely ignoring all the other characters, so we can tell that in the future, these other characters like Howzer, Gilthunder, all of them, they're going to be major components, at least as far as it comes to the 10 Commandments, and I really like that. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys could give this video a like or subscribe, I would very much appreciate it. And thank you all so much for the awesome love and support you left on all the previous videos. It has been amazing. I love you all, and I will see you all next time. I am out.